Peace and blessings, YouTube. This is your brother Capra hollering at you. Tonight, I want to talk about Ifa, which is the highest wisdom of the Yoruba people. The Yoruba are people of West Africa, mainly populated in southwest Nigeria. They believe that they're practicing the oldest way of life on earth. The keepers of this knowledge are called Babalaos. Now, I am a student of this beautiful tradition, and I myself have been given a name, Ifa Odu Fayemi. In this video, I'll be talking about the knowledge relating to the fourth Odu. Now, there are 16 major Odus called Mejis. These break down into 240 combinations. And this, in turn, when you add the 16 plus the 240 combinations of the 16, you get 256 total. Now, an Odu is to Ifa, as to what the 66 books are to the King James Bible, and 114 surahs are to the Quran. Idi Meji is an energy pattern associated with the mother, as well as the buttocks and reproductive system of the woman. It can be called Idi or Odi. Now, this Odu represents the birth of every human, and every human being was born from the womb of a woman. This Odu reminds us of how sacred the mother principle is, and which is why there are icons of the mother and child throughout various cultures on the planet. Now, we're reminded to remember our genetic lineage, which emphasizes the regards of our mother's side. So there's emphasis placed on the side of your mother. When this Odu shows up, we're told that it's good to keep in connection with your ancestors, especially the ancestors of your mother's lineage. It also represents the waters of the world. The waters of this world hold the memories of all that is taking place on the planet and must be shown great respect. Now, here it is important to appease your ancestors, and it is the ancestors that bring balance when things go awry. And when we feed our ancestors and talk to them and call upon them, we tap into the memories of our ancestors who remain with us. Now, Odi reminds us that all must die that was born. So, everything that has been born will die. However, all that dies is reborn. Okay? It is the Odu of the mother, and it's important to appease the ancestors of your mother's lineage. Another thing about this Odu is that it deals with the memory. Sometimes people who are under the influence of this Odu in the negative might want to make sure that they work on their memory. Now, one way to work on your memory is to relax the mind. In the morning, it's good to do breathing exercises. Now, some may know this is pranayama, but you can just breathe in, count to 4, hold it. Count to 4, breathe out, count to 4, hold it. So it'd be like something like this. So you do this for about maybe 15 minutes starting out. When you relax the mind, you'll notice that your memory becomes sharper. One of the reasons why we don't remember things that are important is because our minds are scattered from all the stresses of the world. Someone under the influence of this sign may also want to be careful of communication. So this is why those who understand the Yoruba tradition will work a lot with Eshu, also known as Eshu Alegba, or Eshu Odara, if you're dealing with Ifa. And what it is that Eshu is the spirit of communication and the divine messenger. And they'll feed Eshu, or they may go to the crossroads and they may make an offering at the crossroads so that they open up the way for communication and the proper decision making. Now, here it says the mother gives birth to a child, and this child can be reborn as her, right? In other words, she can rebirth herself through her descendants. It also says that to give birth to a son is the continuity of one's legacy or one's work. It also says that there is not a woman who cannot give birth to a babalawo. So this is speaking about the importance of appreciating our offspring. In Yoruba culture, having children is considered wealth, as well as the ability to leave a legacy, because they see this as a form of immortality as far as being able to live through your descendants who carry your genetic legacy. So some will say that this is a form of reincarnation of sorts. It also says that the child can be a parent or a grandparent that has returned. Some say that 16 generations away, you will be reborn as one of your descendants. So you are actually an ancestor who has returned to fulfill the work of your lineage and whatever deal that you made in heaven or in what we call Orun. The child has the potential to grow up and be very important. Hence, the process of birth is a sacred act. In Yoruba tradition, it is believed that before we are born, we make a pact with the divine. We call Olodumare. However, due to the traumas of birth and things that take place throughout our lives, we forget our mission. So this is why consultation is considered important in Yoruba tradition. The condition of humanity has become like that of the shattered calabash, when people have forgotten why we're here. And we've created wars and conflicts because we have forgotten our divine origin as well as our divine purpose. So our personal lives are reflections of this shattered calabash until we become aligned with our destiny. And in that sense, we draw nearer to repairing the shattered calabash of our condition. Now, this Odu is also important because it's where Yemoja and Olokun dwell. And it's also where Ogun defends his mother, Yemoja. Yemoja is the mother of fish, and she also represents the embiotic fluid. So each and every one of us have our heritage that goes back into the ocean. For all living things have arisen from the ocean. Water holds memory, and where water is, like oceans and lakes, you'll find that it is a connection to ancestors. We're going to talk more about that as time goes on. But this is the tidbit about Idi Meji. Don't forget to tune in for number 5, which will be Erosa Meji. All right, my sisters and brothers, may you have a productive night. Or, if it's daytime, have a productive day. And may you continue on your journey. Peace.